Hello, tasty snack treats. I used to love how Roux had energy and edge in their electronic pop sound, but this is just so boring and inconsequential. I mean, really, really, really boring. Really boring. Supervision is late 80s shopping mall background pop filler, with a couple of decent tracks that simply don't make up for the rest. Yes, it nails a specific retro sound, but really, it's not a sound that anyone should be aiming for, unless they can actually bring some energy to it. 4 out of 10. Although they are certainly no longer boys, the Pet Shop Men continue to produce strong albums full of smart lyricisms and catchy melodies. I Don't Wanna is a great tune, something that would be at home on their classic albums of the 80s and 90s. Monkey Business brings some 70s funk into the mix too, a bit of disco. While it probably won't set the world on fire, it's heartening to see Pet Shop Boys reaching these heights again and again. Few pop artists from the 80s continue to be both popular and culturally relevant. These treasures certainly are. 8 out of 10. While metal seems to be struggling for relevance in this omni-genre era, so many older bands have really been stepping up their game in the last few years. Rammstein, Slipknot, Judas Priest, among many others. And now, Sepultura. For what seems like an eternity, the unspoken rule has been that Sepultura are a solid band, but not the essential one that they were with Max Cavalera at the helm. On the basis of Quadra, that rule is stupid. This is an album that brings the heavy like a sledgehammer of uranium hitting an anvil made of plutonium. This is the best album Sepultura have produced post-Max Cavalera, and you could argue that it is as good as anything they've ever done. The idea that Sepultura with Derek Green are anything other than a kick-ass metal band of the highest caliber must surely die. He's been with the band for almost twice as long as Max, and his class is undeniable. So, time to stop obsessing with the roots and focus on the glorious flowers. 9 out of 10. It's hard to hate on Green Day. I mean, that doesn't stop people doing it, but I have absolute respect for their continuing desire to try new things and challenge people and themselves. Plus, they will always have my heart for making an album called American Idiot during the height of W. Bush and selling 16 million copies of it. And despite the worries people have had, this is by no means their worst album ever. Father of All makes the dancey classic sound work, even if it takes a few listens to really stick. Fire Ready Aim is probably the best track on here, catchy, energetic, and possibly even too short at just 2 minutes long. Stab You in the Heart sounds like tons of 50s, 60s songs, and is the better for it. However, when it dips, Father of All really dips. Junkie on High feels like it could have been awesome with some better production and more care, but just ends up feeling lackluster. More like a bad come down than a high, despite the major similarity to Boulevard of Broken Dreams. You can almost sing them along to each other. So, despite having a few good tracks, the album ends up feeling, well, inconsequential, rather like the contract-ending release it's been rumoured to be, which is a shame. A bit more care with these songs, a bit more care with the production, and this could have been a surprisingly brilliant detour from their usual. As it is, it's an average Green Day album, a fair attempt at trying something new, which definitely grows on you, but never reaches the heights of their best work, whilst dipping to a couple of unfortunate tray level lows. 6 out of 10.